Şerik şerik yenten Şeyin rikbi yenten
Najin lop tutulu Meta mebi norbu Şerik yenten ino Najin lop tutulu Meta mebi norbu Şerik yenten ino
Kuzuzampala to all the listeners and welcome to the radio lessons. My name is Sede. This educational program is to reach all the children across the nation. Today's lesson is from Volume 4 of the Self-Instructional Materials. Today's is an English lesson for Class 1. The lesson number is 5 and the topic is Classroom Objects. By the end of the lesson, we will be able to write the name of the pictures, so the name of the classroom objects, and read those names and draw accordingly. So in the previous classes, we have learned the names of the classroom objects. We have even colored the classroom objects. Now today, we are going to write the spelling of those classroom objects. Are you ready? Let's look at activity 1. Look at the pictures and write their names. The first one is done for you. So here, just below the instructions, there is a green box. Do you see that? A green rectangular box. And in the box, there are several words. There are many words. So we have chalkboard, eraser, sharpener, books, pencil, crayons, chair, broom. So we have 8 words. Now, below that we will have those pictures and you are going to write the spelling. First, you're going to write each letter in a different box, and then in that big box you're going to write the spellings together. See, the first one has been done for you. What's the first picture? This is very important for the teachers, right? In schools, the teachers use it to write on. What is it? It's a chalkboard. So do you see how chalkboard has been broken up and each letter is written in one box? So we have each letter in one box. And then at the end, we have chalkboard together. Okay, did you see that? Great. So now, number 1 has already been done for you. Now you have to do the others. So let's name them first. What's the next picture? What's the next classroom object? It's a pencil. This is very useful for the students, right? We use it to write and draw a pencil. So now, how do you spell a pencil? If you already know the answer to that, you can write the letters, you can write the spellings in the boxes. So one letter in one box. And then in that big box, you're going to write the spelling once more together. Can you do that? Great. But if you don't know the spelling of pencil, you can always go back to the box. Do you see that big box of words? That's your box of words. So you can find where pencil is and then you can copy down the spellings. And then once you have written each letter in a box, then you have to write the whole word in that big box. Can you do that? The chalkboard is an example done for you. The next word is, or the next object is, what is it? It's a sharpener. And you use a sharpener to sharpen your pencils. When you break your pencil or the pencil nib is broken, you need a sharpener to sharpen it. So again, if you know the spelling, please write it down, individual letters in individual boxes, and then finally the spelling all together. However, if you don't know the spelling, you can always go back to that green box at the top and find out the spelling of sharpener. Do you see? There's a clue given. The first is an S, and the last letter is a R. So you can go back up to the top and look at the words and find out which word begins with the S and ends with a R. Can you do that? Yes, you can. Okay, and so then you can write sharpener, sharpener. On the next page, we have some more classroom objects. What's the first one? It's a book. What is it? It's a book. What's the next picture? It's a chair. What is it? It's a chair. The next one? Eraser. Eraser. Next, crayon. Crayon. And finally, we have broom. We need brooms to keep our classrooms clean, right? We use it up to sweep the dirt and the mess that we make, right, in the classrooms. Broom. So, if you know the spellings, you can write it on your own and then check back with the box at the top. But if you don't know the spelling, don't worry. The spellings are already there in the box. You just have to choose the correct one and write it down. Now, let's move to activity 2 on the next page. On this page, we have classroom objects written in the middle, and then we have 4 objects. The objects are named, but there are no pictures. So what do you think we have to do? You have to read and draw. The instruction reads, read and draw. So the first one at the top, we'll start from the top. We have chalk. So can you draw chalk? We need chalk to write on the chalkboard, right? So teachers usually use the chalks to write on the board. So in that box above the word, you have to draw chalk. Now on the right side, you have table. Table. So can you draw a table in the box? After the table, below, we have book. What do we have? Book. And finally on the left, we have broom. What is that? Broom. Remember earlier on, we used the broom to clean the floors, right? To collect the dust and the rubbish. Broom. So, can you draw that? Can you draw these 4 classroom objects? I know you can. And if you can't, you can always ask help from your parents or your older brothers and sisters. And then finally on the next page we have self-check for learning. Now here you have to read and match. So we have the names of the objects on the left hand side, and on the right hand side we have the pictures. They are really colorful and bright. So first on the right hand side, let's name the pictures. What's that? Blue and black. Can you take a guess what it might be? We use it to erase the chalkboard. Help clean the chalkboard. What is it? It's a duster. What is that? It's a duster. Now below the duster, can you see rolls of chart paper? Right? We use chart papers to draw on, right? To make posters and banners. So how many rolls of chart paper can you see? 1, 2, 3, 4. And they are yellow, green, white, and pink, right? Beautifully colored chart papers. So this picture is chart papers. And then after the chart papers, we need that to write on the chart papers. What are those? Those are marker pens, right? What are those? Those are marker pens. We use markers to write on the whiteboard, right? The board markers. And we also use marker pens to write on chart papers. And then finally at the bottom, what do we have? We have some colored chalks, right? These chalks are colorful. You can see pink ones and yellow ones and blue ones and green ones, right? Chalk. Now, let's look at the words on the left-hand side. Number 1, chalks. So where are the chalks? So you're going to match the word to the picture. Number 2, duster. So remember, a duster, you use it to erase the chalkboard, to clean the chalkboard. Yes. So match the word duster and the picture duster. Number 3, chart papers. Chart papers. So where are the chart papers? You're going to match the word with the pictures. And finally, we have the marker pens. In number 4, we have marker pens. Can you find the marker pens? That's right. So you have to match the word and the picture. Once you have done this, you can always check your answers and see if you have gotten them all correct by looking at the bottom of the page. Do you see? Answers. It's written upside down. So you can always check the answers. But only after you have done the work. Not before. Because if you did it before, that is called cheating. And I know all good children don't cheat. And that, my dear listeners, brings us to the end of the lesson. So what did we learn today? We learned classroom objects, right? We learned to spell them, and we also matched some pictures to their names. So well done. Fantastic work, everybody, for listening and learning. Be good and stay safe.
Şerik 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 yenten Şeyin rikbi yenten
Dashin lok chu tulu Meta mi binorbu Shirik yenten ino Dashin lok chu tulu